What's going on, y'all? We finna start the tea in the streets. Okay, it's some hot steaming on the internet. Let's get into it. So Nicki Minaj and SZA have a back and forth beef yesterday. Nicki Minaj writes, "Child, the projection is loud today. Sad face and laughing emojis at the end." Then the same day she writes, "MTM minus thirsty million." She put it in all caps, y'all, with the Chucky doll picture beneath it. Not sure what that means. Maybe the barbs could fill me in the comment section. Then Nicki Minaj also writes, "Poor Sting. She would have been able to graduate therapy by now if she didn't follow people on social platforms who she was tired of," in quotation mark. Emphasis, she put that tired in that quotation mark, which puts emphasis on the fact that SZA must have said something as far as her being tired, right? Anyway, Nicki Minaj writes, "I'm sure any therapist would agree," with the period and the quotation mark at the end. Then Nicki posts, "What's fed up is that the pawns always go out sad, broke, and cursed. Most of them never even knowing they were pawns," with the pawn chest piece at the end. I can't lie. I feel very much like a barb saying this to y'all. I feel when Nicki read and express her thoughts and feelings about whoever, it's always on a deep level, you know? After she writes this, she put hashtag disposition Perez at the end of the statement in response to SZA post, "Mercury retrograde. Don't take the bait, LOL, silly goose." Okay, I always wonder, is this really them writing on their own account, or is it like a PR specialist or somebody working for them? But anyway, let's just say it's them because they gotta approve it because it's their account, right? Then Nicki writes, "Go draw your freckles back on your face, Bookie." The shade. Then she goes on to write hashtag justice for Demori and hashtag disposition Perez once again. Right under that, she says, "Liar, liar, pants on fire," sounded like an effing dog. Okay, so I guess this is official Twitter rant slash beef. Nicki Minaj then alleged post B word, alright? Looking and sounding like she got stung by F&B. Sad face emoji, dot, dot, dot. Draw on my face freckles. Nah. Then she's put hashtag justice for Demori. SZA says, "Laugh my A off. Let me go back to being calm, shy, and meek." Now, some are saying the meek thing is in reference to Meek Mill, who Nicki Minaj used to date. Y'all have a blessed night. See you tomorrow for night 2, Paris. With the heart emojis at the end. Then Nicki posts, "Shut up, ugly." Whoo. Okay. I'm in a meeting, so I don't know if you was still talking ish or not. So if you didn't, I'll delete it later, right? While calling her a garden tool, meaning y'all already know what that means, okay? But y'all know Nicki didn't stop there. She states, "B word, that near broke that man back and leg. B word, you fat, you skinny," all at the same time. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. Y'all know Nicki done got in shape so she can call somebody fat now, right? Then she continues, "B word, where are those 30 million streams that disappeared on Spotify like your freckles?" Botting tweets when you arguing is just as weird, SZA. So after the Twitter beef, Nicki goes live, y'all. Steaming hot, right? She allegedly states in this live from a news source, "B word, I don't know if you're fat, you're obese, or you're skinty. Do these people not know my stats? These bots done got to your MFing head. You're not an icon." It's also alleged that she said, "Take your yodeling A on somewhere else, B word." Now, where is the beef coming from, right? That's what I'm thinking. This the tea on the streets, y'all. SZA's old manager, Terrence Hunch Henderson, and Nicki had a conversation in 2020. Now, according to the Breakfast Club, Nicki reached out to see about getting a feature from SZA, right? He said he responded letting Nicki know he would send the request over to her, and that was pretty much the end of it. Now, call me crazy. I just don't know if a 2020 request that didn't go anywhere would fuel a Twitter beef in 2025, y'all. 5 years later. But maybe it did. Maybe it did start and then it escalated somehow. Who knows? Okay. They also tied Nicki alleged statement that the was lied. She said lied on my man publicly. Okay. After I rejected. Well, she said she was lied on by this man, right? She didn't say no name, okay? So she said she was lied on by this man publicly after she rejected a business proposition on more than one occasion. To the SZA beef situation, they mentioned some retaliation was done through a smear campaign, so it sounds as if, or the picture is being painted like she has a problem with the record label or the owner of the label or the executive of the label that SZA is currently signed to, which is TDE, okay? Part of that live, Nicki goes on to say, you are a yodeling fool who needs auto-tune. Take your yodeling A word on somewhere, B word. The shots continue. She goes in to say you went and started drawing freckles on your effing face. How did you match the dots? Every time you put back on the freckles is what they want to know. The people want to know, how did you match the dots? Okay, then she says, you know I don't surgery shame. I don't body shame. You know I don't even do that. But B word, I don't know if you fat, you obese, you chubby, you skinny. It's later recorded that she don't even like to speak to women like this. So Nicki Minaj got out of her bag a little bit, I guess is what was alleged. Because she said she don't like talking to women like this. But let's continue. So something or someone must have ticked her off, okay? She responded to her fan base by tweeting, exactly. We gonna call her MZA with an M, okay? She been miserable going on 2 decades. Not 1, but 2. Then laughing emojis. So this beef been deep, y'all. It got some time on it. It's seasoned beef, okay? Seasoned beef. Then she says on live, listen, MZA, find you somebody to MF and play with, MZA. Nicki then posts, I'm an icon, you're not the end. Sit this one out, all right? She like, y'all don't even know who's a superstar and who's an icon anymore, huh, MZA? Huh? Okay, so MZA, you're not an icon, she says, all right, allegedly. Okay, so after all that mess, right, I found out through another source that not too long ago, before this rant took place, Nicki posted, y'all remember that man from TDE who kept bullying me on Twitter? For no reason. We have receipts. Receipt emoji, LOL, is what she typed. I never even responded to him. What was his name again, y'all? I'm going to give a nickname. I'm going to call him minus 30 million from now on, LOL. Alright? So, sources on the street tell me, T on the street is, that basically SZA had like, I guess, 30 million streams removed from Spotify, okay? I don't know if it was some type of legal situation, illegal, whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-whoop, okay? I guess this is a bigger beef than just her and SZA at this point. Explains the pawn statement. Maybe. Remember earlier she said something about pawns not being used and not knowing? Maybe that's what she's talking about. Then she posted a pic of the TDE executive smiling saying, this what it looks like after. Well, I'm not going to go into it. But she basically like, this is what it looks like after. Now, this was a man who supposedly is TDE's executive, and he had a smile on his face. Let's just say lollipop. Let's say lollipop. And if y'all put that together, cool. If not, cool. Okay. Then she goes on to say, right, I bet you wouldn't fight a man. We have every tweet bullying and lying plus more. Calling him small. You know what she followed with, okay? So glad I have proof of being bullied and being lied on my man publicly, okay? Not her man, but a man, right? So basically, she called him small down, you know, on the other half. The bottom half is, you know, okay, let's keep going, y'all, all right? Because I got to keep it PG. Okay. She called the platform her job. She feel like she's being lied to online. This is what she uses her job. Unacceptable, right? Now, after, she goes on to say, after I rejected his business proposition on more than one occasion, he failed to disclose to the public that I had rejected his business propositions and thereby acted in what appears to be retaliation purposely used to cause financial damages and to engage in a smear campaign against the brand. Can you say lawsuit? Maybe? Maybe. Now, I don't know who started first with this online shade throwing. I'm getting mixed stories. But what we do know is shade was thrown between the two. And they clearly had this coming. So there you go, y'all. Take that how you want, all right? I'm just here to bring you the tea in the streets, but very interesting for sure, I would say. I personally feel like SZA and Nicki are in two different lanes musically, so we not gonna get no Drake and Kendrick show out of this one, y'all. But much respect to both other parties. That was some tea for the day. So y'all, tomorrow with the tea in the streets, also check out IIC podcast for more tea, and check out Camsdiy for all the new projects I got coming up, okay? The link will be in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. I gotta go. I'm out. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.